Hello everyone, thank you for joining us today from wherever you are, and welcome to JetBrains. Actually, today is my first day in the office since March, and I'm very excited about that. I'm here just to record this video, so thank you all for this rare opportunity. Before we jump into product announcements, I would like to share a little bit of background about how we work and how new products come to be at JetBrains. JetBrains is known for creating professional tools. Over 8 million developers from over 300,000 companies are using our tools today. We see two major factors in the way we work that has made this possible. First, we create our products based on our own needs. It makes sense as we are developers and we are creating tools for developers. Second, we listen very carefully to our user needs and feedback. This ensures that the products we build not only suit our needs, but also needs for our users. That is you. We have been reflecting a lot on what have been the biggest challenges that we are facing as a company that has grown from 3 developers to a team of over 1,500 professionals from all walks of life in just over 20 years. We think that the biggest challenge is ensuring effective and transparent collaboration, working together as a team, and empowering every individual with all the information and tooling they need so that they can do their best. It is crucial for the success of the team that everyone, developers, designers, marketing, copywriters, management, HR, lawyers, can openly share the information. This not only enables them to be more productive, it opens up their full potential. And we believe we are not unique here. There are thousands of companies in the world trying to solve the similar problems. Today, I'm really proud to announce the general availability of Space, an all-in-one extensible team collaboration solution for software development, communication, and project management. We created Space so we could continue to work together in one whole, no matter how large JetBrains will grow, and we believe other companies will benefit from it as well. But scalability is not the only problem to solve. Companies need to adapt quickly to change. One change that many in the world recently had to go through was moving to remote work. Space has enabled us to transform into a completely remote company during the pandemic. The concept of a single integrated environment for teamwork, covering both project and organizational aspects, has proven itself to be valid, demanded, and extremely useful for us at JetBrains with the rapid transition to remote work. And it's not only about JetBrains. According to the feedback we've received from Space early adopters, we can conclude that we are not alone. We believe that every company deserves its own Space, which we will grow, evolve, and adapt to their unique processes and workflows. Now let's welcome Valerie, who will tell you more about how Space has helped our AP and beta customers.
Hi everyone! Max, thanks a lot for the great introduction. We believe that listening and talking to you, our customers, is one of the most important things every product team should do, especially during its first year. Collecting and analyzing user feedback is just like exploring the incredible world around us. There are many surprises to be discovered. I would like to start by saying a huge thank you to our early adopters, who have been our pioneers by trying out Space during the very first year. You have been absolutely fantastic during the EAP. Because of you, we've identified over 1,000 issues and so far resolved over 600 of them, And a lot of you has also helped us by taking part in the numerous interviews and surveys we have been conducting to make sure we understand your needs. You've submitted more than 250 feature ideas for us to think about. We really cannot say thank you enough for your patience, loyalty, and invaluable feedback. We really appreciate it. The most requested features have been automation, continuous integration and continuous delivery, enhanced issue tracking and project management, including visual issue boards and sprint planning, documents and extensibility, as well as an on-premises version. One of the biggest highlights for us has been asking what space means to you and how you define it. Here are several examples of our favorite answers. We're pleased that your definition of space matches our fundamental vision of an all-in-one collaboration solution. Speaking of collaboration, our EAP and beta users have been very active. Over the last year, we've received more than 35,000 license requests, and over 22,000 organizations have joined Space. To date, roughly 1.5 million messages have been sent through Space, as well as more than 13,000 repositories created, among other things. Okay, so that's enough from me. Let's hear what customers think about Space. Please meet Anna Vinogradova, the Chief Marketing Officer of Amber Core Software, a small service company that helps startups develop IT products, from researching their initial ideas all the way through the bringing their products to the market.
We tried many tools to maintain projects before Space, and all of them did not fit perfectly, as they did not have the ability to combine developers with the rest of the team. This was implemented very conveniently in Space. We saw an opportunity to test a new product by JetBrains just when we were searching for such a tool, and we liked it very much. Space is a tool that unites teams together.
Now, let's hear from Anders Kindler, one of the founders of Makery, a company that was started just over 5 years ago. Its mission is to create innovative solutions in areas related to e-mobility, health, and well-being. And it specializes in mobile development and delivering end-to-end digital services.
Instead of using a multitude of tools at the same time, we have always preferred integrated environments. As our company grew in size, we began to realize that we have outgrown our current digital home. So we started to look for a new one. Space was introduced into our lives at KotlinConf, and the timing couldn't have been better, as we kind of felt like we were stuck with our research. The concept was promising, so we signed up immediately.
And finally, we have Garth Gilmore, the head of learning at Instill. Instill is a software company that builds bespoke software products and provides training for software developers globally. They use Space as a platform to deliver online training for Kotlin, TypeScript, Java, C# and Python.
Whenever the social distancing restrictions came in March 2020, we needed a tool that would let us collaborate online with students as part of the virtual deliveries that we were moving towards. And Space was the obvious choice for that. Since we started offering virtual deliveries in April, we've effectively relaunched the training side of the business. And I'm happy to say that we're now busier than ever. Space has been a huge part of that success.
Once again, I want to thank our early adopters for their belief, patience, and amazing input. Today, we're happy to open Space to the public, and we look forward to embracing more customers who are looking for a universal collaboration solution. And now, I'd like to welcome Sergey, who will tell us more about the ideas behind Space.
Thank you, Valerie. And now, let's talk about the product. As an engineer, I love digging into technical details. However, today I'm going to keep my remarks more general. I'm very excited to share my experience of building Space. The main goal we have for Space is to deliver all-in-one collaboration solution that brings all of the company's teams together in a shared environment, providing all the tools required to communicate effectively and work on projects. We want to make working in teams more efficient and also more fun. Space is created not to provide a set of tools, as there is already a huge number of great individual tools on the market. Instead, the main problems we are trying to address is that these tools often feel so disconnected, even if they are integrated to a certain degree. Space contains all your data and provides native integration between all its areas out of the box. It's like a puzzle that consists of thousands of pieces that fit together organically. When you add a person to a team, they are instantly connected to every aspect of the business process in your company. Another problem we are addressing is the overwhelming level of distraction created by hundreds of emails and notifications we are constantly receiving from multiple applications. And this is the area where we have already achieved remarkable results. As a first step, we combined all notifications in Space chats, and our next step was to organize notifications in configurable streams to help users stay focused on important things. Let's move on to look at where else the platform can help you, like with the organization of personal tasks. Have you ever lost something important among your various sticky notes, issues, and checklists? Oh, I wanted to read a post by now I can't find it, or I promised to go through marketing documents and share feedback, but I started writing code and lost track of the link. Space's to-do lists make this type of problem a thing of the past. Every piece of information can be converted into a to-do item and added to your personal to-do list with a single click. When we launched Space, we were trying to make sure we put the frame of the puzzle together correctly. As with any product of this level of complexity and given huge number of areas we want to cover, we had to make a lot of promises regarding features we plan to implement in the nearest future. We are, however, very excited with the progress we are making. During the EAP stage, we delivered most of the planned features, such as automation, CI/CD, documents, and issue boards. As a result, as of this moment, we completely support the software development lifecycle, starting from hosting Git repositories to building applications with automation jobs and publishing artifacts to built-in package and container registries. The development process is also supported with planning tools, documents, an issue tracker, and code review with merge requests. We have dramatically improved the mobile app in terms of its feature set, performance, and quality. And we believe it's important to stay connected, especially with the transition to remote work which is happening. Space has been designed with extensibility in mind. We've already introduced the HTTP API, webhooks, Space Client SDK, and in-product customization. We are making strides toward the introduction of Space applications, which will become the universal way to extend Space according to your specific needs. Finally, this year we've been busy stabilizing and polishing our own continuous delivery process, with a focus on performance, security, and stability. We aim to continue to deliver changes quickly with zero downtime for our cloud customers. But enough talk, let's see Space in action. Welcome Maarten, who is going to give us a demonstration of Space.
Thank you, Sergey. Last year I did a demo about what we already had in Space and what was yet to come. A lot has changed over the past year, and I'm really happy to be able to walk you through. Let's dive in. Every journey in Space starts on the homepage. It's a personal dashboard that shows the information that matters the most. You can see meetings for today, absences, and birthdays. It's a good summary of what my day will look like. You can also see the teams I work with, favorite projects, code reviews that need my attention, and the latest news from the company. What's the team doing today? We can dive in and then look at today's team schedule. You can also see who's in the team, see everyone's role, or start a chat from here. Each team can write a little bit about themselves. Combined with the overview of people on the team, this is very useful when you need to find someone in the company to help you with a certain task. Space also shows the projects a team works on. Projects in Space are where people work together. They come with general tools that can be used by anyone in your organization, like checklists, issues, boards, and documents. On top of that, Space provides specific tools for certain types of work. For software development teams, Space comes with Git repositories, code reviews, continuous integration through automation, and package repositories, so you can store Docker images, Maven, NuGet, or npm packages. Space is self-service for everyone. There's no need for administrators to create projects or repositories. Everyone in your organization can do this themselves. Team members can create a new Git repository. Repositories can be initialized in Space, but there are some other options available as well. You can make a one-time copy of another repository or set up a bidirectional sync so you can use both repositories at the same time. For any repository, you can see the latest commits and filter where needed. You can look at the details of a commit and look at the changes that were in there. You can display branches and you can look at all files in the repository. Under Files, you will see all directories and code. You can clone the repository in an IDE or just browse it directly in Space and expand folders and dive into the source code. People can add comments to the repository, which everyone can see. This can be very helpful to give some background about existing code that is in there. You can also ask questions to other people in Space, right from within this code view. You can mention people as if it were a chat, and in fact it is a chat. You can continue working on other things and just wait for a response to come in. Responses will be shown in chats. If no additional context is needed, I can respond from here without having to make a full context switch to the actual source code. From any discussion, whether it is in chat or inside code, you can also create an issue directly. You can add it to a specific project and then add more information, and then of course create the issue. Many things in Space will start a focused chat, much like this code discussion. If you add a comment to an issue, others can see it in chat and they can respond there as well, without having to open the issue at hand. Issues can have a title and a description. You can assign them to people, set a status, add attachments, and all that. The list of issues can be filtered by who is assigned, by date, by status, and by tags. Tags are also hierarchical. For example, you can add a tag by year and month, and then here filter by only the year. Space comes with issue boards as well, to help visualize work and sprints. They are a great tool to see how the project is doing, to look at the workload for the next sprint, and so on. You can drag issues between statuses too. Another generic tool in Space are checklists. They can be anything, ranging from a very fine-grained task list to high-level planning. Checklists are great to use during meetings to quickly write tasks down. You can reorder and add structure as you see fit. From within a checklist, you can then create issues when needed. Every project has documents to store. In Space, you can keep project documentation, meeting minutes, how-to information, and all that. We use project documents to keep track of everything the team decides, so we can work more asynchronously. In these days of remote work, often on different schedules, this reduces the amount of meetings we require and gives us more focus as a team. Now let's circle back to coding and clone our repository to start working on it. Any Git client can be used here. In the JetBrains IDEs, you can use the Space plugin to make it easier to find out which repositories you have access to. I already did this beforehand, so I can dive in at once. In fact, I already made some changes to this codebase, and I'll make a couple more. I'm working on a separate branch here with the intent of merging changes back to the main branch later on. Let's commit the changes we made and then push them back to Space. Back in Space, you will see the changes have been pushed. To merge them into the main branch, you can create a merge request. A merge request serves as a review by one of the members on your team. When adding them, they will see a chat notification about the code review pop up again. My colleague is now reviewing the code changes I just made. It looks like she's adding comments. I hope everything will be okay and I can merge these changes soon. Alright, it looks like the changes were approved. This repository also has a quality gate defined, where a continuous integration job has to complete successfully before being able to merge this branch back. Everything looks good here, so I can safely merge. Another aspect of software development is continuous integration. Space supports running automation jobs to build code, run tests, and deploy to production. After committing or merging code, an automation job can start. For this project, it will compile sources and then publish a ready-to-use package into Space packages. With Space packages, you can host artifacts that can be consumed by folks in your organization or externally. Space can store Docker images and Helm charts, and Maven, NuGet, and NPM packages. For every package that is pushed, history is being tracked. You can see all versions, when they were created, and where. This package here was created by Space Automation, so if needed, I can also navigate back to the build log. But enough about software development. I could use some vacation, so let's create an absence. You can schedule vacation and many other types of absences. And when the world allows for it again, we can schedule business trips. You can set the time period and the location you are traveling to. So if you have multiple offices, this makes it very easy for folks to figure out where to find you to grab a coffee. The more information you have available in Space, the more valuable it becomes to you and your organization. Having absence information in Space makes it clear when someone is unavailable. Space lets us schedule meetings too. Pick a time slot, and then add individuals or the entire team at once. In the timeline, you can immediately see which times would work to start a meeting. Conference rooms are optional, but if you do need them, Space will suggest them based on where folks are joining from. Let's schedule an after work that people can join if they are interested. You can do so using the privacy settings of this meeting. And then copy the meeting URL. When you paste that URL in a chat, the meeting will unfurl and folks can RSVP right from within this chat channel. Chat is a great way to communicate with people. We've already seen chat being used for code and issues, but of course regular chat is there as well. You can create public and private channels and start conversations with one or multiple other people. Frequently used channels can be pinned, so you can easily find them at the top of the list. You can also pin threads. This makes switching to an ongoing thread much easier and faster. Speaking of chats, this message here is something that I will follow up on later. How do I keep track? Well, in Space you can add this to the to-do list. In chat messages, issues and blog posts, you can click the lightning bolt to do so. To-do items can be accessed from the left sidebar, where you can keep track of things to follow up at a later time. Actually, let's move this one to tomorrow. In the to-do list, you can also show meetings of the day. This gives you quick access to your schedule wherever you are in Space, just from the sidebar. On the homepage, you may have already seen some blog posts. Blogs are a great way to broadcast information. Blogs can be shared with everyone in the organization or with specific teams or locations. For example, this post here is targeted at folks in a specific office. Blogs can have events attached, so they have both context and an actual invitation. People can RSVP, add comments or ask questions, and that again will open a chat with the authors of this post. There's a lot of information in Space, but also a powerful contextual search. You can search for teams, people, projects, repos, and quickly find where you want to go. There are many features and integrations in Space, but if you do miss something, there is a very extensive API that you can use to integrate other applications. Integrations can be interactive too. They can interact with users in your organization using commands and interactive chats. Find out more about Space on our website. Sign up for your own Space and give it a try. There's much more than what we have just seen, and there's also much more to come. I'll hand you over back to Sergey, who will talk about the future of Space.
Thank you, Maarten, for the great demo. And now let's talk about our plans for the future of Space. With this first public release, we've placed a significant emphasis on supporting software development team workflows. This focus is natural for us, as this is a domain we've been specializing in for over 20 years. Space includes all the tools required to completely support the software development lifecycle, but this is just the first step. In the future, we are planning to support more collaborative workflows for various sorts of teams, including design, marketing, sales, HR, legal, and more. We believe that collaborative work on documents is central to many business teams, and we think it can serve as a strong foundation for non-technical projects. We are planning to support the process of creating and managing specifications, functional requirements, campaigns, roadmaps, legal agreements with formal reviews, similar to our code review process, and more. We'll be focusing on delivering on-premises version as soon as possible. We understand that keeping your organization's data in-house is crucial for many companies. And Space only having a cloud version might be a huge limitation. We are planning to provide a migration path from the Space cloud to on-premises. This means you can start testing the cloud version of Space now and make a seamless transition to on-premise when it becomes available. Localization is also one of our priorities for the near future. We understand how important it is to collaborate in an environment that speaks your language. Video calls have become an integral part of our reality and must be included into our collaborative environment. We are planning to provide video calls in Space, both built-in and using integration with external tools. Of course, we'll be enhancing, tuning, and polishing existing Space functionality. We'll also be providing more migration options and integrations, such as calendars integrated with Google Calendar and Outlook. We'll continue to focus on integrating the various parts of Space more closely, providing full synergy throughout the system, and integrations with external tools via applications. And now I want to hand you over to Misha, who is going to talk about Space as an extensible platform.
Hi everyone! I'm very excited to talk about Space as a platform. You might be wondering why I chose this kind of location for this video. Well, I love hiking, but not only that. I wanted to visualize the endless scale of space around us, which serves as a good metaphor for the extensibility options of Space. From day one, Space has been designed as a platform, both in terms of product extensibility and business opportunities. We realized that it's impossible to provide all the professional tools required to support all the various team processes and workflows in a single product. That's why we are building a strong partner ecosystem for Space. We have introduced 3 partner programs that should cover the scope of most partnership business models: channel partnership, service partnership, and technology partnership. Working with channel partners such as resellers and distributors helps us reach and assist customers in more territories and across a wider range of industries. professional service partners will help Space grow and mature even more. Space may require some handholding when being introduced into an organization, and this presents excellent opportunities for consulting, training, and deployment partners. The Technology Partner Program is designed for closer collaboration between the Space team and software vendors. It targets collaboration with all developers building on top of the Space platform, and especially those building their technology-oriented business on top of our tools. We believe it is important to make sure that our partners are qualified to provide services around Space. To facilitate knowledge sharing and partner excellence, we have launched a partner certification program that includes several online courses, and we already have a few partners who have passed the test. One of the first partners to make it through our Space training is our distributor and service partner from South Korea. Let's welcome Woo-Sung Kim from Tangunsoft to talk about their experience with Space.
Thank you, Misha, for the introduction. And hello, everyone. I'm Woo-Sung from Seoul, South Korea. Our company, Tangunsoft, is proud to be a JetBrains distributor for 5 years now. We have achieved a lot in the South Korea market with JetBrains IDEs and .NET tools already, but Space is offering even more opportunities for us as a partner. That's why we've decided to start working with it early on. With Space, our company is able to build an appealing service offerings for our existing and prospective customers. We are going to resell Space, train end users, consult companies in their solution, and help them integrate Space into their company workflow and build migration and applications. Congratulations on the launch, folks. Happy to be working with you. Back to you, Misha.
Thank you, Woo-Sung. It is a pleasure to work with you and your team. And now it's time to talk about extensibility on the technical level. Building an extensible platform is an essential part of the Space vision. JetBrains is focusing on providing a top-notch core platform with a variety of ways to customize and expand Space in many directions. We call it extensibility rails, and they go in parallel with the different functional areas of the product. For example, you can use Space chats as a live stream for notifications from various third-party applications, turning it into a flexible notifications hub. You can collaborate on documents and other artifacts from external tools. You can manage users and permissions, or use Space as a content provider for other tools. The possibilities are truly endless. No two companies are exactly the same, and you need to have the right tools to make Space match your processes. That is why there are several layers of extensibility, each requiring different technical proficiency levels. A lot of automation can be done in product with close to zero technical difficulty, and then it can be all expanded with coded applications on top of Space. Let's start by talking about some options that require code. Space provides a rich and well-documented HTTP API. It can be used to send notifications to Space chats from external services, build chatbots with interactive messages, import data, or integrate with external Git repositories. Pretty much any operation you can do in the UI can also be automated. Webhooks can be set up to notify external services, such as an issue tracker, about events that occur in Space. For building even tighter integration with Space on the source code level, we are delivering an official Space Client SDK for Kotlin and .NET. Kotlin workflows running as an automation let you connect to the Space API and perform tasks as part of the automation jobs. And then we have applications, which are the main way to extend Space. You can develop applications that work with various Space modules and perform different actions. The applications will be available soon and will be distributed through the JetBrains marketplace, along with private applications available to your organization only. And now let's talk about some in-product customizations that don't require any coding at all. To begin with, you can enrich your members' profiles, issues, and other entities using custom fields like languages or time spent on the issue. Interactive bots are a first-class citizen of the Space extensibility model. Applications can register bots that will act as your counterpart right in the chat and can be interacted with. Another way to communicate with applications is /commands. There are many simple integrations between Space and your favorite apps. Gmail and Slack, for instance, are just a few clicks away thanks to the Zapier platform. Space is ready to welcome you together with all the data from the solutions you're using now. Data can be imported into Space using the APIs, but it's even easier to use our custom import scripts designed to help you import issues from GitHub and YouTrack. And that's not all. The Space team is actively working on even more extensibility options, including full support for marketplace and private applications, incoming webhooks, UI customizations, local chatbots, and more. If you're interested, please partner with us or start extending your own space to make it fit your unique process. Imagine how many things you can build on top of Space, having all the data inside. And now, back to you, Max.
Thank you, Misha. And now it's time to sum it up. Today we have shown you an incredible product, a solution that covers a wide range of problems. Transparent organizational structure with team directory, effective communication with documents, calendars, blogs, and chats, project management with checklists, issues, and boards, a software development pipeline with Git hosting, code reviews, automation, and quality gates, all flexible and extensible to suit your needs of your team, and needs of your organization. All of that is available now on a free plan with an unlimited number of users. It takes a minute to sign up and start exploring Space for any kind of task without having to configure it for the whole organization. With a self-service approach, you can easily get started and do anything in Space. Paid plans start from $8 per active user per month, and please visit our website for more information on pricing and discounting programs like, for instance, educational plan. We are grateful to all our early adopters, and we are eager to make their transition process as smooth and as comfortable as possible. All Space EAP and beta customers can keep using their current plan free of charge for 3 more months. Now, we understand that on-premises version is extremely important for many companies all over the world. This is one of the top priorities for Space team for the next year. We'll be happy to answer any question you may have about Space public release. We are having an Ask Me Anything session on Reddit tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central European Time. You're welcome to post your questions starting right now using the link in this video. With this, I want to say the huge thanks to the Space team, our AAP and beta customers, and everyone who joined us today. Welcome to Space.